Hello and welcome to my hair. Hello and welcome to the poodle of my discontented hair. Yes, the poodle perm continues. Sorry to keep complaining about it, but it has yet to calm down. And this that you see here is with a lot of water and other things to calm it down enough to not wag its tail, if you know what I mean. You should see me in the morning. I can be walking out of my room and one of the cats walks by and they're like, it's sad. It's really sad. So anyway, I just want you to know the poodle continues and that at times I must walk it or it gets out of control, if you know what I mean. So I came on here to vlog because I miss you guys really. And so it's not edited and it may be forced. So deal with that whatever way you will. I wanted to tell you about my Jeep. I don't know if I've ever talked about my Jeep. If I have, forgive me. I won't be repeating, I don't think. But anyway, I have this Jeep. I bought it brand new. It's a 2003, and I'd had a Jeep in the past. One of my very first, it was the second brand new vehicle I ever bought, was a Jeep Wrangler. It was midnight blue, and it was beautiful. I loved it, and boy, was it a chick magnet. I mean, it got really good gas mileage, and I loved it. Jeep agreed with me, but then when Danny came along, Jeep did not agree with me, and I don't know if I ever told you stories about that, but he would be riding in his car seat, going down the freeway, and he would just start throwing things out. Like, one minute he had a bottle, the next he didn't, and so I was forced to, I don't know, get a grown-up car? I don't know, a different car, a mommy car, but it wasn't a mommy car, it was not a minivan. I traded it in for a Jeep, the hell's it called? Cherokee, Grand Cherokee. So, which was fine. It was a nice car, but it was not my Jeep. Anyway, years later, I was reminiscing about said Jeep, and the wife decided that we should get one. Meaning I wanted one, and she finally relented, and I wish she had not. Because I can honestly tell you, within a month of buying it, I knew it was a mistake. It was a mistake for a few reasons. Number one, you can't go back. You cannot go back. There's no going back, I don't think. I mean, maybe there's going back if it's another Mercedes, all right? That I could get. Or Beamer, or Rolls Royce. I'm thinking you could go back. But anyway, I'm not 24 years old, and a Jeep just doesn't really fit my comfort. I kind of like things quiet. I don't really like wind anymore. Blah blah blah. So, and I thought, well, maybe it's just because it wasn't tricked out like my other Jeep. So I lifted it, and I put a custom intake, and I put a custom exhaust. Then it had hardly any power because of the lift, and when you lift and put big tires on something, who cares? It was gutless. I downshift, like on hills and stuff, when I shouldn't have. It's a 5-speed, and I'd have to downshift to fourth gear. Anyway, I'd have to downshift, and so I had to take it back and get it re-geared to match the tires, which was a lot. I'm talking thousands of dollars. Essentially, I had a new transmission put in, and I have done various other things. I've just put a ton of money in it, and I thought if I did all that, then I'd love it, right? Well, guess what? I like it okay. I know that sounds ridiculously spoiled, but I'm heavy, I have a bad back, and I'm older. And so really, I would be like your grandparents trying to climb in a Jeep, I guess. You know, think that way. Just wasn't appreciating it. I don't appreciate how bumpy it is. I don't appreciate how loud it is, blah, blah, blah. So the thing is lived in my garage. It is a 2003. This is 2030, and it's lived in my garage. However, the good part about that is it's almost in pristine condition. Terms of it looks brand new. I mean brand new. And it has less than 8,500 miles on it. Yes, 8,500 miles on it. So I decided I will sell this. I'm going to sell this because somewhere out there is a Jeep lover that is just waiting for this Jeep. It is plug and play. There's almost nothing left to do to it. I guess you could put a light bar on it because I was gonna and I didn't. And that was pretty much, other than extra gas tanks, maybe an over rack or a winch. That's about all it needs. It's as fast as you can get it without doing something crazy like turbo or nitrous. It's beautiful. It's black. Maybe I'll anyway, I take it to CarMax today. Finally, it's been on my list to do forever, and just something has come up, come up, come up, come up. And I thought, I could sell it myself, but I've never really sold any kind of vehicle. I sold my first motorcycle myself. Honestly, that was no problem. I think back then there was not even any Cycle Trader or any of that. I think I put an ad in the newspaper, and I sold it for considerably less than I paid for it, and I bought it brand new, which is probably why it sold so quickly and easily. By the way, my license plate back then was CYA. CYA. I was pretty proud of that. C space YA. Anyway, I digress. That's what I do. I finally take the damn Jeep to CarMax today, thinking, all right, I know I'm probably gonna lose $1,000, and saying that sounds pretty ridiculous on my part. But anyway, if they'll just take it off my hands where I don't have to deal with it and not worry about it, because I just saw something on the news where this couple cherried out this car, and it really was beautiful. It was a Chevy Impala, and they cherried it out and put it on Craigslist, and a guy came to test drive it and never came back. He stole it. And so I thought, well, I don't really want to deal with that. That might be worth a little safety and hassle and whatever. Anyway, point is, I go to CarMax thinking if it's reasonable, I will, I'll just do it. I did my homework. Kelly Blue Book is between 18 and 17 grand, not even listing half the stuff I mentioned to you that I've done to the Jeep. And I look on their site, and the one I went to, which is the only one in town here, had one, as weird would have it, same exact year Jeep with three times the amount of miles on it, soft top instead of a hard top, everything stock, nothing custom, and they were asking $15,600. So I thought, well, frankly, I want $18,500. I think it's worth 25 grand. I've put 12 grand into it. So if you just did the math on Blue Book, but anyway, I'll take $18,500. I go there and I tell them, I don't want to waste your time. I sincerely don't. I believe my Jeep is worth a lot of money to the right, demographic. So, whatever. And he goes, well, let's just appraise it and whatever. And I'm waiting. It's interesting how this setup. I felt like you go to Sears. You ever bought something at Sears and then you're going to pick it up downstairs and then it goes on the screen and you're watching? Well, that's exactly what was going on. The Smiths had a Toyota something, and Susan had a Jeep this, and so. And you just watched yours climb up to where it was going to get appraised. So I'm just talking to the guy, and honestly, I didn't like him at all. The dude, I walked in, there were like 6 guys standing there, and I was like, not him, not him, not him. And that's who they gave me. I just knew. You ever do that? You just look at someone you know. So the whole time we're sitting there, he's sitting like this. And he's explaining to me why CarMax is so good and how, you'd pretty much be stupid not to deal with them. Because if they weren't good, how could they sell so many cars a year and buy... I puked a little. Baby barf. So, there is this, like I said, this Jeep out there that is for $15,600. I knew that. He didn't know I knew that. So I'm waiting for the appraisal, and I say to him, how much is the Jeep out there going for? And he goes, well, that's not the same as your Jeep. I said, I know. It should be a lot less than my Jeep. And he kind of looks at me, and I go, dude, it's stock. It has a soft top. If you know Jeeps at all, hard top versus soft top is a very big deal. And if you know vehicles at all, who cares? Just believe me when I tell you, I have 8,500 miles. He has 2,600 miles. La, 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 right? So 15,600. They come back with an appraisal of guess. I want you to guess. I'm not even going to tell you, but I will tell you what my reaction was so that you can, well, I guess I'd have to tell you if I tell you that. Damn it. What do you want me to do? I'm going to tell you, or should I wait? I'm going to make you guess. I will bleep out, or I don't really have a bleep handy. Got some vitamins. That's not going to work. This is what I said to him. I am not kidding you. It popped up on the screen like my lawnmower was ready at Sears, and I looked at it and went, are you kidding me? That's beep, less than the one that you have out there. That's an insult. And I was I can't even tell you, I called my wife and I said, I don't even know what I am right now. I don't know if I'm mad, embarrassed, hurt. I really still, maybe later I'll sort it out. I had this instinct. It was like fight or flight, and I don't know why. So I popped up out of the chair, and I said that exact sentence to him. And he goes, well, you can't leave yet. And I was like, oh, yes, I can. And he goes, we have your keys. And I'm like, shit. So I just stand there and like burn in effigy for like, okay, it seemed like 30 minutes, but it was probably 5 minutes. And it was one of those numbers where I'm standing way over here, and he over to these people, and I can tell they're talking about me, which again, not sure. Finally brings it over and tries to hand me the appraisal. I go, are you kidding me? Really? And I drive away. So, long story longer than possible or needed, perhaps. Subject to debate. I get it. I drove home in utter whatever that was. I don't know. Dismay? Confusion? I don't know. Especially since I had this sort of romanticized ride there. Well, this may be the last time I ever drive you. You've been a great Jeep. Sorry I didn't love you like my other Jeep. I mean, whatever. You're just hearing way too much about me. I get it. And if you're still here, Mom, I appreciate it. So, I put it on Craigslist. I'll put the link there. I know none of you are going to buy it. I'm not trying to sell it to you, I swear. But I finally did put it there. And the thing about it was, I think they thought I dummied the miles. I really do. He asked me over and over again, are those miles right? Did that break? I'm like, the first thing you said to me when you saw my Jeep is, what year is that? Really? Wow, that's in great condition. Because I'm telling you the truth. It has lived in my garage its entire life. Anyway, I hope somebody, I'm putting it out to the universe. Please bring me a young Jeep lover that would love a $40,000 Jeep but cannot afford one. If he bought one at the price I'm asking, he couldn't put any money into it and he would not have to. It is plug and play. So universe, please bring that to me and I will give it away practically. I can tell you right now I won't sell it unless it's not to CarMax. CarMax could call me tomorrow and tell me 20 grand and I'd be up your butt with a coconut, really, is what I would say. So, that is what just happened. I just came home from that, so I'm a little bit whatever it is I am, and I don't really still know. So, a couple other things I want to tell you that I also thought of earlier today, because it happens to me all the time. So, and it's car related, therefore, I feel comfortable with this a bit of a jagged segue. And that is, are you ever driving along and you see the most ridiculous car? For example, Pacers. Do you remember when Pacers were a big deal? Okay, I know I dated myself, but there's at least two of you that are within the age range, that would know what a Pacer was. We used to call them upside-down bathtubs, if that gives you any indication of... Anyway, Pacer would be a great example of what I'm about to say. Are you ever riding along and you see a weird car type that, clearly not many of them sold, but not only car type, but color? It's like, baby diarrhea orange. And it is the original color because it's rusty everywhere and you know it. Do you ever look at that car and go, oh my God, who bought that car? Once upon a time, the original owner bought that car and was so excited, they drove to all their friends' house to show them their new car. And then, conversely, were you ever that friend? Have you ever had a friend drive up to show you their brand new, not used is a whole nother bargain, but brand new car that they're so excited about, and the best you can muster is, got a good deal on that, did you? I mean, really, I know that's crappy, but I swear, like once a month, I'm driving along, and I will see a car like that, and I will wonder about that original owner. Part of me wonders if it was the old bait and switch maneuver, like poor soul comes in there and has his mind set on a brand new car, probably a decent, well, benefit of the doubt that he has good taste, or taste enough to not buy the upside down baby diarrhea colored Pacer. But maybe not. Maybe, but I have. I've gone to a dealership before, and I was gonna buy, for example, my very first Jeep. I wanted a black Jeep, ironically, and they didn't have black, and I did really like the midnight blue, and I ended up really loving it because at the time it was rare. Now you see them everywhere, but it's when they first did the midnight blue. Before that, you couldn't get it, and my very first bike was midnight blue. It was a Royce Union, and if I see just the right shade of that Christmas morning feeling comes over me. Wow, do I digress, don't I? Anyway, so have you ever done that? Have you ever looked at it, or have you ever been trying to buy a car and oh yeah, we have that car, but it only comes in, the only ones left on the lot are appliance green or shag carpet brown or something. Just don't buy it, first of all, because then I'll wonder about you. But really, I do get it. I'm kind of being facetious, but then again, maybe I'm not. That's it for the car stories. I'm going to be in Vegas day after tomorrow for like a 24-hour period of time, not any length of time to talk about. It's one of those maneuvers where the wife has to go for work. I do not, to my knowledge, need to do anything for work. I say that because I have been sucked in before, but I don't think so. So we have a deal. She doesn't go there. That's my Disneyland. She can't go there without me, regardless. So I'm going. But she will go do her thing, and I will go play poker for like a 24-hour period and drink as much beer as I can. So I'm going to be doing that. I want to say I'm not meeting anybody or seeing anybody that I'm aware of. I'm just telling you. And as usual, I'm on Facebook habitually. And I think that's pretty much it. I did list, as again I mentioned, the Jeep. I'll put the link there. So any advice you have on how to sell it without getting it stolen or being accosted, it would be wonderful. I've never sold a Jeep before. And in fact, I wonder how to sell one for that amount of money. I almost want to say cash. Is that reasonable? I think that's all I have for you this whatever day or night it really might be. I don't know. Thanks for listening. Oh, I know. Did I mention it? My last vlog. At the end of my last vlog, I posted a little clip of Danny when he was 3 years old, Christmas 1996, because I thought it was hilarious, but there was some confusion. Some of you thought he was really excited about what he got. He was actually really mad. So if you watch it again, he's really mad. I personally watch it quite a bit. Can't be mad at him after watching that. And if you thought that was cute, let me know, because I have a couple more early on Christmases that I thought about posting just on their own, but didn't know if that was a little too much and maybe only me and Grandma would be interested. So anyway, now I'm done. Promise. If you're still here, God, you must love me, and I know I would love you too. Pieces.